Yep, hi, it's Matt, Prince Tree Surgery. As within the last video, we looked at what we'd be wearing before we use a chainsaw. This time, we're going to look at the chainsaw itself. So here, we have a chainsaw. This is what we're going to be using to cut our wood today. When you first look at the chainsaw, you need to make sure that it's a safe chainsaw to use. There are a certain amount of features on a chainsaw that are there to protect you, the user, whilst using it. Chainsaws are extremely dangerous, as I'm sure you're aware. This cutting blade spins around very, very fast. If it can cut through a piece of wood, it can easily cut through you. So you need to treat it with respect and use it properly. Safety features on a chainsaw, mostly designed around protecting you from this spinning chain. So underneath the saw, if the chain was to break or come off, you've got a chain catcher. This will catch the chain and prevent it flipping up onto your arm or hand. When you're using the chainsaw, you're using this device here to increase the revs. If at any stage something was to happen to you whilst using the saw, you'd want that accelerator to be inoperable. So here we have a dead man's handle. This prevents anybody just leaning on the accelerator and the saw revving uncontrollably. As you can see, if you don't press down this, you cannot accelerate the saw until that is pressed down. That means you need to have a clenched hand to be able to rev the saw. Underneath where your hand is, there's an extra protection against the chain coming off to prevent it hitting your hand. You've also got a safety sticker here which explains the equipment that you need to be wearing on your person before using the chainsaw. The chainsaw is a two-stroke engine. There's quite a lot of vibrations that come off of the chainsaw whilst you're using that, and the manufacturers have designed in features to prevent that vibration affecting you. All around the saw there are anti-vibration mounts between you and the vibrating engine. Here we have a chain brake. Whilst the chain is spinning, if at any stage that needs to be stopped immediately, the application of that chain brake will stop the chain. Built into that chain brake also is an inertia action, the same as you'd find on a seatbelt in a car. If at any stage the chain jumps or beats away from a piece of wood, the inertia action will apply that chain brake immediately and the chain will stop without fail, as long as you've maintained your saw correctly. The exhaust here, blowing out obviously fumes, is directed away from the operator so that you're not breathing in dirty fumes. We have the starter cord here. Inside the starter cord these days there's a lot of springs and rubber so that it makes it easier on your arm while starting the chainsaw. All of these features are designed to help you make it easier to use a chainsaw, but they are not fail-safe. You still have to be sensible, bit of common knowledge, and use a chainsaw safely and correctly. Matt Prince, see you next time.